Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to day 9 of What's in Our Spiritual Toolbox. My name is Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. If you are new, a very warm welcome to you. I trust that you will find some content here that is greatly supportive to you on your spiritual journey. And if nothing else, you will feel loved as you are. If you've been with me for a while, thank you so much for continuing to travel this sacred path of our hearts together. You are indeed a blessing in my life for which I am eternally grateful. Whether you're new or you've been around for a while, please do take a moment to subscribe to the channel. We are inching ever closer to 1,000 subscribers at the time of recording. I'm about 320 subscribers away, so your support and help is greatly appreciated, and it opens up a whole bunch of new doors for me here on this platform. So for that, I am grateful. So today we're going to talk about numbers. People say to me, "How did you get that number?" I'll see a 38 and it's an 11. And basically what I've done is added 3 plus 8 and you come to 11. So I'm not a numerologist by any stretch of the imagination. So everything I share here is my own interpretation and from my own personal experience. And my fascination with numbers began quite some time ago, probably 2 or 3 decades ago. Truly, I mean, as a child, 7 was always my favorite number, and I find 7 to be a highly spiritual number, as well as the number connected to our physical body and the 7 main energy centers along our spine, the 7 main chakras. So, just take what you hear here with a grain of salt. If it resonates, great. If not, I trust that you can find a numerology specialist out there that can support you. So my fascination with numbers began back in the 90s when I connected with a gentleman named Dan Millman, who wrote a book. I should have brought it, The Life You Were Born to Live. And this was basically my introduction to life path and figuring out what our life path is. So if you're curious about your life path, what you do. So I was born August the 29th, 1970. So I write it down numerically, 08291970, and put a plus sign in between all the numbers. That comes out to a 36, and then you put a plus sign between the 3 plus 6 is 9. So my life path is a 36 9. 9 is the life path number. So you can do that for your own, and you can use Google or whatever other platform you use and find out all kinds of information about your particular life path. This really isn't going to go into life paths so much. It's just going to be a share of with you about what numbers mean to me and what I see when I see them. So when I see a 0, I see the energy of the Fool in the tarot, and I like to refer to that energy as the sacred Fool. We are here as the jesters, really through humor and through our own personal experience, bringing light into the world and sharing our gifts and our experience with others so that they too can begin to open up to this new way of thinking, way of being. So 0 for me is always about the Fool. It is the beginning of a new beginning. It is the start of a new beginning, and it's the energy of take a leap, dive right in. Number 1 is the energy of the Magician. So these archetypes are all from the tarot and the major arcana. The first 10 we're going to touch upon. And then, of course, if you're interested, you can let me know and we can talk about the next 11 in another video. So number 1 is the Magician. This is the fresh start. This is the alchemist that we are, turning pain into wisdom. Because truly, wisdom doesn't come from books. It comes from pain healed. So the number one is about new beginnings, setting forth on a new path, a fresh start, and being, the magician, alchemy, the transformation that we undergo in this lifetime. Number two in the tarot is the high priestess. And for me, this energy is all about learning to stand on our own 2 feet, being stable and rooted, and really with the understanding that we are the masters of our destiny. We are here steering the ship. Number two is also very much about the shadow, what is hidden, what we don't see, and bringing that to light. Our medicine, if you will. The high priestess to me is the medicine woman um, that is born into this lifetime. Number three is the Empress, the embodiment of the divine feminine, the creator, the giver of life. This is the divine feminine in all her glory, understanding that she is truly, in fact, divine royalty. Number three, we can also connect to the Trinity, Mother, Father, God, Mother, Father, Child, which is us. And this energy all resides within us. There's nothing external. Everything is internal, and it's about our own understanding and awakening to the idea that the essence of God, Divine Mother, Father, and Child, resides within us and unifying this Trinity within our experience. Number three also is really about, connecting us to the divine feminine ascended masters. So Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, um, all of these energies. And I really feel like three is the number of creation, which, is really, again, this divine feminine essence, which has been missing from the collective consciousness for a long time. Number four, we have the divine feminine counterpart, which is the emperor. So this is the king to the queen. This is strong, stable, confident, self assured type energy. This is about breaking free from foundations that are unstable. So anything that, for me, number four is about breaking down foundations. If we look at it like a box, this is about breaking down any foundations. And this is what we're each called to do. Anything that is not built on truth and integrity in our personal life needs to crumble so that we can rebuild it with those qualities, truth and integrity, strong foundations that are going to go the distance. And so we see this happening in the collective field as well. Anything that has been a deception, anything that is not true is going to fall away so that we can begin to create and build new stable structures based on mutual respect, divine truth, integrity, and righteousness. Number four also connects me with the angels. So whether it's 44, just a four, triple fours, four fours, all of the four, anytime I see it, is like a burst of love, blessing really from the angels, those that love us unconditionally, as directly connected to God, a loving mother, father, source energy. Number five is the Hierophant in the Tarot, and this is all about traditional structures, marriage, institutions. It also is the number of change. Five is the number of change. So anytime I see a five, 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 this is like massive changes are moving through our lives. And are we willing to be the change? Because yes, things can change externally, yet if we don't change, not much is going to change in our experience. So five supports the energy of change. It also speaks of patience, strength. What else did I write? That's all I wrote. Patience, strength, courage, and, the traditional institutions, again, like marriage, um, mostly marriage. Okay, number 6 in the tarot is the Lovers. It's also the house of Virgo in the zodiac. This is about choices, the choices we are called to make that support and initiate changes in our life. And remember, not making a choice is a choice. And so it's like cause and effect, if you will. So we make a choice and then there's a consequence for our choice. We don't make a choice, there's also a consequence for not making that choice. So this is about when I see 6, it's about our divine path of purpose in this lifetime, like what we're spiritually here for. It's about our health, our home, all of these kind of real Virgo traits, and healing, the path of healing that we are here on. 7, as I mentioned earlier, is to me a highly spiritual number. It is connected to the chariot in the tarot. So, going our own way, allowing ourselves to be led by our heart to move forward on our path. It's like on our path to freedom, if you will. Um, and it's very spiritual, connects us to the spiritual realms, to God, and it also is very physical because it connects us to our physical body and our chakras, the 7 main chakras along our spine. Yes, there are many others, and yet we have to, it's like stepping stones. We have to start with the basics and then we can expand from there. So, the chariot is like following your own heart, going for what your heart's desire is, and knowing that there is nothing that can stop you from fulfilling your spiritual destiny here in this lifetime except you. Number 8 is the Strength card in the tarot. Um, and this is all about that fiery lion energy. I always connect it to Leo, the number 8, as well as our eternal soul. So if you flip the 8 on the side, you've got the infinity symbol there. And that is really what it's about. At the time of recording this, it is the year 2024, and we are in a universal 8 year. So this is really about all of us harnessing our power, going for what we want, and knowing that with God as our guide, we really can't go wrong on our path forward, particularly as connected to our spiritual purpose, our spiritual reason for being here. And 8 is the number of the eternal soul. So, right here sitting before you is Lisa, the temporary human. Inside of Lisa is the energetic of her eternal soul, which is going to live on after this body of flesh gives out. So that's number 8. Number 9, an energy I'm very comfortable in as a Virgo, is the Hermit. And this is about, I really feel this is like spiritual discipline. This is the path of wisdom, transforming the pain to wisdom. This is about going into our cave, going into our space, and really getting comfortable with our inner knowings, because as we spiritually awaken, as we and it's an ongoing process. It's we woke up this morning. Woke is kind of a joke out there right now because it's past tense. We are here on this path of awakening, and so it's a daily process. It's an ongoing occurrence in our life, and this is the Hermit energy. In the tarot, the Hermit carries a star in his lantern. And this is about going after our shining star, going after the path of peace, the path of joy, the path of fulfillment that our heart is leading us on. So this is a very um, good energy to its completion. So I see it as completion because it's the end of the single digit numbers. And then we move on to the double digits. So this is about following our own shining star, the path of healing. This is about being confident in walking a solitary path. Um, knowing that we're never alone, quite honestly. So I wrote completion and wisdom for this energy, and that is how I view it. When it comes to the number 10 in the tarot, it's the Wheel of Fortune, and it's the combination of that Fool and that Magician energy, going for what we want, transforming the density into light, fresh starts, new beginnings. Um, that's what it's all about. From there, we're going to move. We're not going to talk much about this, but there are things called master numbers. And these are numbers like 11, 22, 33, 44, and so on, 55, 66, 77, and so on. And we do not reduce a master number. So you wouldn't put, if it's an 11, you wouldn't go 1 plus 1 is 2. I mean, you could, and work with that high priestess type energy, standing on your own 2 feet. But essentially, these are master numbers, and I love to look at it with respect to phases in our life. You know, we reach our first master number at the age of 11, and then again at 22 and 33. And this is all about aligning ourselves with our path of purpose in this lifetime, becoming the master in the flesh, the embodiment of that master. Um, and so, you know, like 22 is again the amplified energy of the high priestess, the standing on our own 2 feet. And I see these as like gateways that we walk through. And in fact, ultimately, we are the ultimate gateway. There's really no gateway we go through. We are the gateway in which all flows through, in which consciousness flows through, God flows through. Um, what else? If we were to talk about the number 21, this is the energy of the world in the tarot, and it's the end of the major arcana. So it's the completion of a cycle that takes us back to the beginning, just like through our chakras at the age of 49. Once we've completed moving up through all the chakras, then we go back to the beginning and we get to start again. So, you know, there's again, it's funny because since my partner passed away in 2018 on 12/21, I was so 12, I had been seeing 12, 12, 12/21 for years before he passed. And about a year before he passed, I asked, like, what is this all about? Because I was going 3/3. And I was told that it's representative of the fact that we are the channel of light in this lifetime. And we are here to be the channel of light, to be a channel for the voice of God, loving creator, divine mother and father, because we are the child. And so subsequently, the number 23 and 32, again, since my partner passed, Frank was his name, a lovely gentleman. Um, 23 and 32 have become numbers for me of the divine masculine. They both reduce to 5. And yet, so this is really speaking of, the energy of the divine masculine is changing. It's growing up, if you will, and showing up for the sacred feminine who has come to lead the way to healing and peace, a new way of leadership, which is inclusive, all encompassing. It's not about all these little segments of society that are getting attention. It's the collective as the whole that needs our attention. Um, and to release the tension, because like the world's kind of gone, um, um, it's backwards. We live in an inverted reality, and we are the ones here to flip the script and remember our role in that flipping of the script. So I feel like that's all I'm meant to share about the numbers today. If there's anything else you would like to know, if there's anything else that you would like to see in this offering on this channel, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am open to all kinds of ideas and I aim to please. So if you reach out with an idea, chances are you're going to see a video on that here on this channel shortly thereafter. So I trust that something here has been supportive to you. And again, as always, trust your intuition. If you have a different, if numbers mean different things to you, hey, in your life, you are the guru. you know, you are the God energy. You are the essence of God that is living. So if nothing that I've said here resonates with you, leave it with a grain of salt and know that it was shared from a loving space in order to support expansion and growth from your beautiful heart. If something here did resonate, please drop a comment down below. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. If you would like to work one on one with me, whether it's an intuitive healing session, perhaps some coaching, a reading, don't hesitate to reach out. The information is in the description box below. You can simply visit my website, lisalyle.com. And with that being said, until next time, I see you, I feel you, I love you, and I'm so grateful. Look at that, 21 minutes in. I'm so grateful for your presence in my life. You are indeed a gift for which I am eternally grateful. Until next time, 2112. I see you, I feel you, I love you. Thank you, thank you,